Greenhouse Gas Protocol classifies emissions into 3 so-called scopes. Scope 1 emissions are direct emissions from owned or controlled resources. So this is, for example, the fuel burned in a plant or in a company-owned vehicle. Scope 2 emissions are indirect emissions that are the result of generation of purchased energy. This is mostly electricity, but can also include steam, heating, and cooling. Scope 3 are all other indirect emissions that occur in both the upstream value chain and the downstream value chain. This is, for example, the carbon embodied in products you buy or the energy used when your customers use your products. A key difference between Scope 1 and Scope 2 versus Scope 3 is that Scope 3 emissions tend to be much harder to measure. Scope 1 and Scope 2 data is relatively straightforward because most companies already track these sources, such as the amount of fuel burned in the plant or how much energy a building uses. Scope 3 data is much harder to measure and must often be estimated. For example, it is very challenging to determine the energy used by the new owner of a building after construction. This makes Scope 3 reporting much more challenging and requires implementing models to estimate these emissions.